Let's sweep the leg, Johnny. And we'll see if Twitch decides to come up. It is earlier today, about half an hour ago, it reported that it was down. But I'm showing that it's up, so we're going to do the stream. Alright, greetings and salutations, everyone. Samius here. I have Tobrel in the chat.
Hi.
And we successfully got the taste of defeat in our mouth. Defeat.
Oh, the defeat.
Witty was like, "Hey, you guys, I kind of feel like getting my bum reamed and hot. You guys want to come help?" And I'm like, "Well, I can help win some matches." "Oh, that's okay. Tobrel and I are going to make it where nobody ever wins at all."
Yeah, pretty much.
I went, oh.
Yep.
And the thing is that we all tried. We all tried real hard.
You tried harder than I tried. I was kind of...
You ran away really well.
Mechanical issues even on Falstad.
Yeah, you did a good job of running away. I did try really hard.
Well, so I'm trying to take the lessons learned from Greymane syndroming and not going in, unless I know it's good.
Yeah, Falstad's one of those characters, unfortunately, you have to be willing to go in hard, in my experience. But he's got the extra sustain that other characters don't, if the particular build it looked like you were taking. So like for example, if you were to do a wizard build, a hammer build, I think you would have been fine. So maybe also it's just a matter of the wrong build for your playstyle.
I've tried a couple different variants.
The one time I looked at your build and I was like, "Why the hell are you in here?" You were on a auto attack, big gain a bunch of life build.
It's hard though, because you don't get enough life to withstand. Because like, I kept getting wrecked by the one wizard, Kel'Thas.
Kel'Thas is a tough match regardless, unless you can burst him down really hard. So like against a Kel'Thas, you probably want to be lightning strike build. And this is the difference is that you just don't know what build you want to be against what kind of matchup. Because you don't play it. And Falstad's definitely one of those HOTS characters you have to build according to your opponents. It is definitely one of those. Anyway, this is not HOTS. This is Dungeons and Dragons Online. Yeah, I know, right? And see, we are playing a cleric life. You just saw me buy spell components for spell levels I didn't think I needed to actually cast, but then I decided I did want to cast them. We are almost ready to level. Take 16. We're super close. Yeah, we've just been like cruising through content like nobody's business. The fire cleric is in a really, really good spot. It just feels like we can just kind of not do literally whatever, but we can do quite a bit with not a lot of effort. Let's go do Lost at Sea.
Lost at Sea.
Because why not? Because why not? So, Tobrel spent like all of 5 minutes the other day getting himself a WoW character on the Alliance side, all leveled up to 15 to play with a bunch of people. But it sounds like nobody wants to play with you.
It happens. But if they do,
it's
ready.
I know I'm not the biggest of the WoW people. So my message to start the stream on Twitter today is who kills mobs and licks bobs? I'm not entirely sure what I meant by that, but
I just presume you're drunk most of the time, to be honest.
oh, I wish that'd make so much stuff more easy. If I was just like, I'm drunk. But I'm not. I'm not even medicated in a useful way. I can't cast Scorching Ray underwater. That seems dumb, but I can cast lights. I can cast laser beams, but I can't cast a Scorching Ray. Doesn't sound very legit. So they gave us another underwater quest in DDO. Can you believe it? And it's actually not too bad because only part of it's underwater. Let's get out of here. Alright, for those of you who are just kind of jumping in, we're doing a viewer request playlist tonight, so if you have a song that you'd like to add to the playlist, tonight's an excellent night to suggest things. Please don't send me a YouTube link. Just type the name of the song and the artist. That would be the best. But after that, let's do it. Let's get some more music added to this list. Boop. Well, there it is. I want this collectible. And that's back to the beginning. This is not where I want. Bring this trash with me. I'm not casting more spells on these guys without going through the big mobs. Here's a collectible. Oh, there's an iron key in here. Huh. Wonder what that opens. Defeat the ambush! Still need to get an impulse item.
Don't be too impulsive.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get one for a while, I just haven't done it. So what are your big plans for the week, my friend?
I don't know. Aside from gym, level up my druid. Maybe, possibly read the next part of the module.
I mean, let's not get carried away. I gotta read about the new 5th edition Artificer take. I skimmed the first couple of levels and it looks very much like the 2nd edition kit. So I'm really looking forward to giving it a go. Man, this guy's got evasion or something. It's not cool. Let's just stagger this thing. Good old bird. stab at things for me. I'm really tired right now.
I didn't sleep super great yesterday.
Yeah, I probably slept better than normal, but still not what anyone should consider great. Let's see. I assume that you're the color. Oh, never mind. You're not the color that can't be insta-killed. You're a wreck, son. Yeah, I don't know. It's always different the first night Remy's back to college. There you go. That's how to put it. Like, Tanya doesn't sleep as well. I always have like weird. It's hard to get comfortable. You know, it's just different. Oh, that reminds me. I need to send a quick text message before I forget. While we're auto attacking this guy. Oh, he moved away from my cleric, so now I can't just stand still and auto attack him. That's dumb. So what do you bet this kid has no idea what the phrase "house tricks" means?
House tricks.
House tricks.
Oh. Since he's not a hooker?
Since he's not a hooker. Although if he doesn't get another job someplace else, he might be pretty soon.
Well, your kid or the other kid?
The other kid, CJ. Oh no, Remy came to town to hang out with him today, and I think drive him around for some extra application stuff. But I was going to send him a text message this morning when I noticed that Remington was driving around, so I didn't want to bother them while they were hanging out and stuff. But Remy's girlfriend got a job in like 3 applications, and this kid's driving around town, can't get an interview anywhere. I know he's intentionally avoiding the food places, but sometimes that's where you gotta go. Other than the hospital, did you ever work any place, like, anywhere near food related?
How's the hospital food related?
People eat there.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that you worked a food related job.
Never did.
So I asked Ray how she's doing now, and she sent down Pinocchio face down in a puddle of water with the hashtag dead. So how do you reply to that? Good luck. Here you go. I'm rooting for you. Oh man, I hate hearing that people are having a rough time, unless they're enemies.
Everyone is just an ally in disguise.
That's not true. Some people are definite enemies. In fact, I'd even go so far to say that some people are enemies in disguise.
Sometimes that's a thing. Not everyone in your corner has your back.
I mean, look at Elementor. He's in your corner, sucking your XP through a straw.
That's the thing.
Oh man, I feel like I need to elaborate for CJ that Trix is a old nickname for Horin. Alright, let's auto attack this thing down.
So I installed a new nameplate add-on, which is helping me greatly, especially with multi-dotting. It's pretty nice. Oops. Ooh, shit.
Alright, well we didn't die while I wasn't paying any attention. That's nice. A nice perk. Yeah, I wonder if Twitch is still having problems. Come on. Kill the monster. Not gonna stand here all day. Here we go. Thank you. Jeez. Just wanted to burn what's left of my SP bar so I could shrine in good conscience. Oh boy. All I know is this kid is pretty close to out of money. He's gonna have a real hard time getting a job without a phone.
Yeah.
I know. I was really excited. I heard a thing for CNAs starting at $13 an hour. Basically, like walk-in interviews every single day, from like 10 to noon or 10 to 2 or something like that. And I'm like, Remy, check this place out. And he texts back, it's in Abilene. Because he was only making, I think, $12.50 as
Oh yeah, it's not worth.
last place he was at.
Yeah, it's a bit of a drive.
Yeah, from Abilene.
Don't negate that 50 cents real fast.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that I'm pretty sure he could probably just walk back into his old job. But he doesn't want to drive from the school to here. And I'm like, just like you can literally do this. It's not a big deal. I'm like, it's less than 15 minutes. Like, there are people who drive 15 minutes one way to work now. Heaven help him, I tell him about Quiet John. Quiet John was driving from Manhattan, or, no, not Manhattan. He was driving from Manhattan to Salina to play D&D with us. But, he lives in Lawrence, and I think he was working in Kansas City.
I don't drive 15 seconds to work. Look at that. This is some bullshit.
Yeah, but you used to.
Did.
It's been a while, but
20-ish minutes.
like every place in Niles was 20 minutes away, basically. I don't know. I wish this kid had taken better advantage of some of his opportunities. And I realize that it really was his father's fault for not turning him into a man. And it's not my problem, but I'd like this kid to be in better shape than he is. All I know is now Remy's starting to get a better idea of why we pushed him to do certain things, like get his CNA and blah blah blah. Like he at least has a skill that he can put to work, even if he doesn't like love it. He can always get himself a CNA job pretty quickly. We're gonna be...
Oh, you're gonna be a need.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's just try to kill these things. I want to stand here and cleave them down forever in a day. The witty song, Try Me. Alright. Let's see, so what do we got left? We have we have another missing-esque quest to do over here in that chain. Sinister storage.
Heal the party, put more dots. I think we put some more dots on. What?
Which of the many roles are you supposed to be playing, though?
Healer.
Well, then, if the monster dies fast, then you don't have to heal as much.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all about how you can justify your action.
They're all where? We're out of hit points. Where?
And that's when you say, like, raise dead costs less than heal.
Actually, it's very expensive in this game. They put it on a, well, most classes can't even do it in combat.
That's what you're saying.
The Druid can, but only on a certain timed basis. Can I heal this fuck yet? No, not yet.
Man. Just so mean to your party members.
Oh, I gotta heal a freaking... Oh wait, we can't heal it yet still.
Herc. That guy had a family, apparently. Apparently attacking me is supposed to give him carte blanche because he has a family. Do you know what that really means? This means his family is without a papa. Like, do you think they'd rather be hungry that day, and have a papa, or have a full tum tum and not have a papa?
Column A, column B.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of papa, would you like to hear a little bit of the text message conversations I have with my father?
Oh lord.
Alright, let's see. So, Saturday? Yeah, leave me alone. I'm trying to... Alright, here we go. So, my father wakes me up with the following text messages on Saturday morning. Asked Fern to kill a inbred SOB. She said no, this mofo needs to die hard. To which at first, I did not realize that inbred was all one word the way he spelt it. So what you don't understand is I'm adding in the punctuation and the correct spelling and the actual meaning that was inferred. I'm looking at like this giant mass of letters trying to figure out this cryptic message. Like, my father has been kidnapped, and somewhere inside this message is the secret coordinates to finding him and rescuing him.
Okay.
Like, that's the kind of text message I got from my father. Alright. So I said, who is in bread? As in the loaf of bread. Is that some kind of make your own sandwich thing, question mark? 'Cause again, not entirely sure what's going on. Again, it's very early in the morning for me at this particular time. And he says, yeah, a shirt witch with extra crap and a side of poop.
What?
You literally got every single word. Let me read this one more time. Yeah, shirt witch with extra crap and a side of poo.
So does he like just drink a lot, or?
He still has a very old phone, and I think some buttons don't work on his phone, so he's got to hit other buttons to try to make words.
Uh-huh.
Like, he still has a flip phone. So, also he's like a caveman like me, except not as handsome. Okay, so I say that doesn't sound that bad, but I mean, at least you have a snack. Might not be the healthiest question mark, but at least you won't go hungry. Because at the very least he's got a poo sandwich.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. Right? Like, gotta look at the upsides. And he says, you want to come down to Hutch and kill it for me, pay you $1. And now my understanding is that he wants me to kill his poo sandwich. To which I'm not going to eat his poo sandwich. I'm certainly not going to drive to Hutch for $1 to kill his poo sandwich. So this is about the time I start to figure out all of the things he's trying to say. To which I realize, I say back, oh, I think I finally figured you out. There's some sort of shithead at the show, and no one wants to handle him and her, because I don't know who this person is, him, her. Gender non-specific. Because I'm a good person. Can't just assume someone says shithead. It's a guy. Can't just assume all assholes are male.
In the dark, they're about to say.
Yeah. Except one is less tasty in the art of massage or something. So I say, you jumped to a 45-term abortion. Yeah, hard pass. This is not New York. To which I know these are all references my father has no idea what I'm making. Not a one. I totally know that. But I'm okay with the fact that he has no idea what I'm referencing. Then he says, what you go in to pass on 2 nuns and a wetback. To which I immediately, again, don't entirely understand what he's trying to say. And then I say, why are nuns just out of the shower have to do with anything? What do nuns just out of the shower have to do with anything? Because I don't understand why we're talking about wetback and nuns. I'm assuming, again, it has to just be somebody just got out of the shower, because otherwise I don't understand what the heck is going on here. To where he says, in all caps, who the hell is your dad? I would hit your mom. To which I naturally reply, I know you would hit my mom. That is why I'm here. Good things rubbers were too much of a hassle in the way back. So there you go. Those are the kind of conversations I have with my father.
That's a little drunk.
Just so the next time somebody might be complaining about their parents or how much their parents don't interact with them or whatever. That's what it's like to interact with your parents when they treat you like an adult. Then he says, because it's not over, this conversation goes on for a long time. I'm not going to go into all of the conversation, but some of the highlights. Then he says, she must have shit you out. Do not know how you got in the wrong hole. So this is the kind of family love that I get, too, by the way. Being told that I'm a turd, I guess, a poo.
I mean, apparently.
And then I replied back with what I believe to be the correct answer. I can't get over your hillbilly way of saying how much you love me. I'm the best poo. And then he tells me to let my wife know that she's supposed to hit me again. Because she has been striking me. Like, he'll text her to strike me. So, apparently this time I'm supposed to get my own strike. Which I feel is unfair. I don't have any more threat counts here. Come on, guys. Give me the monsters I'm supposed to kill. Here's a guy. This guy might be. That guy was probably the problem right there. Oh, and you think that it would stop, but it goes on. Until eventually, we get to the interesting part of the conversation. Apparently somewhere I made him laugh with an inappropriate joke. And he says, you made me mess up my count. 20 MILFs, 2 GILFs. And he feels like he has lost track of something important. So then I mentioned that he could actually talk to a lady about spending any time together. Or he could just continue to ogle. Which then he begins to explain that ogling women is better in the long run. So there you go, friend. The question is, would you like to retrade relationships with your family? Or would you like to continue to have the relationship you have now?
I may have texted my dad this year. No, not this year. Maybe last year? Maybe not. I don't know.
You should message your father. Bet he misses you. As a father, I almost guarantee it. I just thought that was a serious, messed up series of conversation. Like, I would love more than almost anything to be one of those stand-up comedians that like posts the text message conversations you have with people. The real problem is I would have to literally go back in time, get the text message of you sending me a picture of your poop, and put it on the screen and see if anyone could figure it out.
Pretty good.
Let's see. How are we? How are we on the XP trail here? Looks like we have 10,000 more XP that we could get. You're level 15, 10,000 XP. Do we want to just repeat quests? Not really. I don't even want to do any of these other quests though, level 15. What is the wilderness area at 15? Wayloon. To be determined. Restless Isles. Giant Hold still goes up there a little ways, doesn't it? To 16? I bet there's 10,000 XP in Giant Hold we could grab real fast.
I hear that some people have gotten XP there.
Yeah, I bet that's a place that we could get some XPs. Probably semi-quickly at least. there's nothing like a nice hot cup of tea.
Just sent a sandwich in the oh wait.
Yes, the shit sandwich. That's also not quite anything like that. So, speaking of shit sandwiches, Tobro, would you rather eat a sandwich that had a little bit of poo in it and you knew about it? Or would you, oh man, I'm trying to think what's equally disgusting that you could eat. It has something else disgusting in it. Like, what's your next least favorite food than shit sandwich, Tobro?
I don't know.
Can't even decide.
I mean, there's so many.
Like,
Many
pretty sure shit sandwich is on the high list for you.
I mean, it's up there.
Alright, here we go. Here's a list of would you rather questions. Would you rather the general public think you're a horrible person, but your family be very proud of you, or for your family to think that you're a horrible person, but the general public is very proud of you?
Let's go with the public.
You rather the public love you?
Sure.
How is that different than now, though, my friend?
It's not.
Would you rather be alone for the rest of your life, or always be surrounded by annoying people?
I got both already.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, who's the annoying people in your life, my friend?
This is mostly work.
Oh, okay. Would you rather never use social media or never watch another movie or TV show?
Social media.
I'm gonna say, this sounds like a trick question for you. You've pretty much already gone
Yeah.
mostly social media light or free. Would you rather work an easy PUD job for somebody else or work incredibly hard for yourself?
I'm currently doing the one.
So the question is, would you rather give it up to work super hard for your own profits?
I don't know. That's kind of a question I already asked myself.
It is a very deep question for a late night screw around stream, huh?
I mean, it's something to think about.
Be like me and work very, very hard for no money? Or what? Pull your pudding for yourself? I don't know, there are days that I definitely feel like I should get back in the workforce. Those are days where my head don't hurt that bad. Would you rather be the first person on a strange planet, or would you like to cure a disease?
I could personally rather cure a disease.
Yeah, there's much more money in curing a disease. Personally, I would rather be the first on an alien planet. Assuming it's not like a crappy alien planet, like you're good on the alien planet and you immediately get eaten by like a space monster. Like, oh, you better not go on that planet. Didn't you hear what happened to old fat Samus? He stepped on that planet and got eaten in the first 15 seconds.
I mean, doesn't sound that good.
What if your cure had the side effect of like you could never orgasm again? Like, yeah, you get you cure Luke Arrogant's disease, but they never get to climax again.
Alright, so here's the corollary to that, of course, is do they have the need?
Of course they have the need.
Do they feel the need?
Everybody does.
Well, maybe the cure, you know, reduces their wants.
Like a lobotomy?
Maybe, I don't know.
Varsh, it's been a pretty okay day. We're just getting restarted here. Twitch is acting up, but hopefully people are going to start finding us again pretty soon. We get some people in and then they disappear and then we get people in, so hopefully this is going to be an in, stay in kind of moment. Got Tobrell on the line. We're talking bullshit. This is my favorite kind of shit.
Emphasis on bullshit.
Right. Yeah, it's been acting squirrely for a little over an hour and a half now. Hello, babes.
I'm going to bed.
Alright.
And I'm going upstairs before I go to bed if you need anything.
I just made a tea, and I can't think of anything else that I need, so thank you.
Good night.
Good night, I love you too. Hey, since Witty never accepted his family invitation, I went ahead and I sent another one to Tobrell so he could try the thing.
Okay, well, when I log in on my phone, it's still just on mine.
It should just be on. It should act like it's just on yours. Like you should not know the difference.
But it tells me that I only have the day left to use it. So tomorrow. So I guess tomorrow I'll see if it.
Okay. Yeah, check it tomorrow.
Yeah. They're like, oh, Missy, we hope you come back. And I'm like, well,
Let me just double check it's got the right.
And I got the email saying, yeah, I got the email saying that you canceled it. Like I said, when I log in, it tells me, sorry, see you go. We still have until
We'll try to
tomorrow
figure it out.
to use it.
Yeah, we'll try to figure it out.
But, yeah. We'll just check it tomorrow.
Alright, love you, darling.
Abby, what are you doing in here? Come on to bed.
So, for those of you who don't know, we're trying YouTube TV as a potential cable/satellite replacement service. There's a few things missing. But it's one of the only services we found so far that has an offline download. Which currently is not the most important thing, but will be very important hopefully in the future. So I'd rather start getting my service learned and figured out now. Alright, so what are we missing? We're missing the Knowles Breath Ridge. Do not for the life of me know what that is. The Knowles Breath Ridge. Well, I guess when in doubt, DDO Wiki time.
Yep.
It's near the Cabal up the ramp. Near Cabal up the ramp. Alright, we'll go.
Oh.
Thing is, I did Cabal. We did all the quests. So we can find the old... There we go. I don't see it. What did I say it was called?
Hey! Good job.
Knowles breath. Well, I got the map. I was gonna go shrine. Over by Cabal for one, you say? Cabal for one to be that way. Oh, did I get all the way turned around? It's alright. There we go. I see it. This has been a while since I've done the Giant Hold Explorers, huh? There-ish.
Are you guys on the same thing? Shit, we're in Discord.
We are in Discord. Hi. Look at the map. I can't tell if it's that side. Looks like oh, it's probably this. This tent. I remember this tent being a thing.
Okay, that makes sense.
Hi. Hey, thanks, my friend.
Yeah.
Always send us up strong.
Well, you know, it's worth $1.
It was worth $1. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what magic spot I'm supposed to touch here.
Well, depends on
I know you're gonna say which young man that I'm seeing, but today just me and Samus, my friend. Yeah, it's
Well, what I was
this way.
going to say is depends on what you want to accomplish.
Oh shit! I figured it out. I know where we're going. I'm dumb.
Well, I mean,
So there's an explorer on the way to and I gotta look at the map. The Crucible. And I thought I had gotten it, but I did not get it. That is the one that I'm missing to take my level. But I've now run around long enough, I feel like if I hit it, I'm going to throw away like 15,000 XP. Yeah, I figured it out which one I was missing now. Took me a minute, like looking at the map cross-eyed. Adventure pack. Alright. So this is why a D12 is important. You're not going to have enough ability to kill me. I'm just going to teleport out of here. Bloop. Bloop. Alright, let's take our level. So how was your day, Ben?
pretty accomplished. Doing a new rotation with Obi-Wan, doing some medicine stuff, and we'll be assisting in surgeries. Because Obi-Wan, they are a mix of medicine and surgery. And they treat only women, and that's why Preceptor really likes what she does.
Did you get to lick anybody today?
No one licked me today.
Oh man. Did you try licking any of them?
No, that's generally frowned on.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, I've watched many a doctor TV shows, and licking the patient is often a useful diagnostics tool.
What, in like the 1800s BC to see if they have diabetes or not?
I mean, maybe. I mean, that is a potentially an option. But I was thinking more of like on Farscape, they lick the doctors there licked people.
Or if they taste salty and I'm looking for cystic fibrosis.
Or the cleaver, because they are probably delicious. Delicious.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been doing my German things, done the app called Memrise. I'm really liking it better than Duolingo.
Yeah?
It has actual sentence structure rather than the bear wears an orange hat. It has things that you will actually say to people.
Yo, come on, manzanas, bitches!
Where's the bathroom? The cheese is old and moldy.
I mean, I know you enjoy making love to apples.
So who doesn't? Don't be sexist, Ben. What does he even do?
Or yo como manzanas is I eat apples.
It is.
In my limited 900 word, struggling to remember it, Spanish vocabulary.
You're ahead of me.
Well, you're probably farther ahead because you're actually doing it, and I haven't touched Spanish in close to a year.
El queso es viola mozo? Donnie esto el banano.
Where's
You
the...
are a Donde?
Donde, where?
Where is a banana?
It's supposed to be bathroom.
Oh.
Oh,
Donde es
donde
el
es
baño?
Yeah, baño.
Banyo.
Baño. B-A-N with a squiggle over it.
I'm looking at it right now. I looked up the quote. It's a quote from Encino Man.
Donde es el baño?
Yep. El queso es voya y el mozo.
The cheese something?
The cheese is
something?
old and moldy.
Ah.
Oh.
I'm
Well,
probably
that
not saying
cheese is
any of the
very
words
something.
correctly, but I'm looking at it and reading it, so...
That
Good
sentence
words.
is actually probably true.
Sometimes. Sometimes it's true. Alright, we got another spell. Yeah, another new spell. Man, what am I going to do with all these spells?
Cast them!
Nah, I don't really cast that many spells.
Aren't you a wizard?
I'm a cleric.
Oh, you're also
Yeah.
a cleric.
I am. Samus is currently doing a cleric life. And then he'll do a sorcerer life.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just looking forward to playing the game and doing what I can.
Like I said, let me know when you're ready to like have a mild schedule, and or you just like you want to screw around tonight. I'm good.
I always wake up early to go work out.
Yeah, it's fine.
I just
Also
popped on
acceptable.
to see if anybody wanted to chat for a short bit while I'm cleaning.
Well, here you go. Would you rather have a horrible job, be able to retire comfortably in 10 years, or have your dream job but you have to work until the day you die?
I am presently working on number 2.
So you would rather
Last one easy.
work until you die?
Yeah, because as soon as you stop, your brain capacity diminishes, and people who retire, they have a lower brain capacity, they start shutting down, they lose interest in life. Things actually turn down once you retire, or
Depends on how you
Well, even
retire, my friend.
even if you're 30 and you retire to the island of beautiful women who fan you with palm leaves, and eventually you lose purpose in life.
The problem is, Ben, is you're looking at it the wrong way. The problem is that should not be your retirement. That should be your job, is to receive attention from a bunch of adoring village women in the island nation of Honduras, or wherever island nation you choose to pick. Yeah, I don't see any gear upgrades here at 16. I guess we could potentially wear a Dragon Touched armor, but since I've not been playing a Warforged, I don't have like a bunch of docents ready to go at this level. I don't know, I feel like it's possible to retire in a way that, but the difference is you just can't lay around. Like, a lot of people think of it as retiring is just gonna chill on a beach somewhere and not do anything.
Yeah, as soon as you do that, you're basically done. You crash hard and
Yeah.
fast.
That's not the ideal, in my mind, retirement. For me, my idea of retirement is like, get on my bus and travel, see some things, learn shit. Like, I'm a skill collector. Always have been. Oh, it looks like we get to go to the Vale. I love me some Vale. .
Yeah, so you got some purpose there.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to just check out. Whether they sit at home or sit on the beach or whatever, they just check out and they're done. Don't ever check out. That means you're ready to die.
Well, hang on a second. I could be ready to check out anytime, too. Both literally and mentally.
I mean, you should always be ready to die. You should have your appropriate level of spiritual fitness. But you always need a purpose, and you always need some drive to do something. Like me, my purpose is having a clean bathroom. Now, I'm not going to vacuum tonight because that would be ridiculously rude, but I'm going to have clean focus here, at least by sweeping.
Alright. Hey, Thoughtgar, welcome to the stream.
Oh man, this toilet's dirty.
I know. Personally, I find women to be the only reason worth getting up in the morning.
They're definitely a good reason to get up in the morning, I'll agree.
I, personally, big fan. Big fan of woman.
My current motivation for working out so much.
Yeah, your lady doesn't want to touch you now that you've had a baby? I understand.
No. Because, doing it for her to look good, doing it for her to live longer, doing it for girl to live longer and healthier and be able to be a part of her life. I'm super motivated.
Live longer. It's crazy. I want to live no more, no less than I'm supposed to.
That's fair.
Regardless of what factors I can contribute. Worst case scenario, as a matter of fact, we'll drive this bus right off of the van. We'll get everybody on board, especially you suckers that have been working out the whole time, and we'll go to the Grand Canyon. We'll Thelma and Louise this bitch. Hey, DDO Central.
I just don't want the big J-man to look at me and say, hey, you know, if you did that sweaty thing and drank the splashy wet stuff and ate the green plants, that you would actually have lived longer and fulfilled your purpose in life more. I'm like, well, shit, you're probably right.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to the J-man looking at me and going, so you took them all down with you at the same time? And I go, yep. He goes, wow, I can't believe you accomplished your mission in life all at once. I'm like, well, I mean, some people are just good. Everybody on the USS Fat Halfling, we're going to the Grand Canyon.
Which J-man are you talking about, Judas?
All the J-men. Are you kidding me? We all know what my purpose is, to drive you guys batty. This time, literally, I mean take you to where the bats are. The bottom of the Grand Canyon. Mules? Yeah, there's mules. That's for sure. We could take the mules to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. It's not as fast or efficient. But we could definitely do that instead. Would you guys rather ride a bunch of asses down the Grand Canyon instead?
I'd rather not the Democratic Party take me down.
Oh. Shit. Oh no, I think they should have a, they should put an elevator in Or an escalator. Also, in case you guys are wondering, I went ahead and I started playing the music request playlist today. If you have things you'd like to add to the list, you can make those suggestions. I'll consider them. I'm not just gonna add everything today, but we'll take a look. See, looky tootsie. Man, people really like this this tweet tonight, I guess.
Which tweet's that?
So to send out to the start of the stream tweet, I tweeted out, "Who kills mobs and licks bobs?" And I went hashtag DDO.
That's
and,
clever.
People seem to like it. Is it clever? Because I just try to think of literally anything that rhymed with mobs. And bobs were the only thing I could think of. What else rhymes with mob?
Knob.
Knob?
Snob.
Who licks knobs? That doesn't sound like the right kind
Job.
of stream. Who licks jobs? I think that's a different kind of thing.
You don't want to lick a job?
I mean, I'm not sure how that works. Sounds boss. So, Ben, if your dream job is doctor, Tobrel, do you know what your dream job is?
I do.
What is your dream job, my friend?
Like that. 1 second while I put my extra shoulder here. I just got.
He wants to be an astronaut who drives an ice cream truck in outer space.
I mean, we're pretty good.
That sounds alright, actually. Like, the problem, of course, is that no one can hear your bell.
But you're an astronaut and you have an ice cream truck.
Yeah, but no one can hear the bell in space. So you're just like driving around listening to that bell. You never get to sell any ice cream unless someone looks out the hatch and sees you. Because they can't hear the bell.
I can just imagine you like flying in front of the International Space Station, flipping off the astronauts and eating ice cream.
Also, does his ice cream that he sells, is it all dehydrated ice cream only?
I don't know.
It'd be really not weight efficient to ship in like not dehydrated ice cream.
It's his dream, not mine.
That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm trying to get these figured out. Whoa, hey, Riz. Riz there. The Riz. Why is this not showing up? That's a no-go, sir. That is unacceptable. Bye-bye.
What happened?
Hopefully this guy got banned. That is in poor taste. Hopefully that is removed. Oh boy.
What'd he do?
He asked an incredibly inappropriate question that we can answer sometime not on stream, but he used kind of borderline the unacceptable stuff there.
Oops, that's the wrong thing. I would do a combination of studying history and being an author.
Yeah, see, all that stuff sounds like actual work. Pretty sure I just want to be, like, there's got to be a person out there that signs off on your blowjob technique, and to know that you're doing it correctly, like a certified blowjob inspector.
They actually have that.
Yeah, see, I want to be that guy. I want to be like, all right, make with the head. All right, acceptable. Like, and have my little check sheet, and like mark off who, you know, what your score is, how good a job you did. Then I would work every day of my life. You know, I would even. Well, see, I don't know. I don't know if you, because I feel like eye contact is an important part of a good blowjob. I don't know if I could be unisex. An inspector, maybe. I don't know, it'd be tough.
Job's a job.
Job's a job. Sometimes you gotta just work.
I mean, the more selective you are, the less money-making potential you have.
That's also true. That's also true.
But if you go to colleges and visit sorority houses, and you fill your calendar up and your pool is large enough, then you, in theory, don't have any lost job opportunities.
That's true. I suppose there's only so much of your day that can be filled with testing people as well.
Truth.
Right? So as long as you meet your daily quota,
Well, you
and
probably
how
have
much
to have
money
like
do you really have to make before you're satisfied?
You know, the funny thing about that, in psychology classes, they had a difference where if you worked a job that paid $100,000 and you had minimal effort and your life was relatively easy, versus a job that paid $200,000 but you had to work slightly more people actually chose a $100,000 job.
I mean,
where the line is for, like, if 200,000 or if 100,000 makes you comfortable, yeah.
I mean, I think it depends on what your needs are and what your satisfaction level is too, right? Like, it's really hard to figure stuff out like that, because then a lot of people, when they make those decisions or they answer those questions, they've never had a mortgage, they've never had a car payment, they've never had to put a kid through college. Like, it's hard to answer those questions. It's the same thing like people saying, how much do you like your health care? Like, you've literally only had one example. You don't have any idea what other health care is most of the time. Varsh, you are 100% correct. $20 is $20. Big wink. Big wink, my friend.
I don't know, what would you rather do? Work a mediocre job 30 hours a week and make $100,000, or work a challenging job 50 hours of work 50 hours a week and make $200,000? And not challenging as I feel challenged and pushed, but challenging as in, wow, this is actually difficult.
I mean, again, I think for me, it would definitely depend on my situation. Like right now, with Tanya and I would take the first one. Like, I would not have any problems working less hours, spending more time with my wife, and being there, because we already kind of know what's going on. We already have the system in place. Now, early in my life, right, I would take the second one, because it's better to work a little bit harder, have the security a little bit more stable, be able to provide a better life while things are questionable. Varsh says, when I had a heart attack, I got sent to Detroit for surgery. Fully paid for because I'm Canadian. But the week in the ICU in Detroit bill was $46,000. Yeah, I mean, so American healthcare and Canadian healthcare are two very different animals, right? American healthcare and healthcare any place else pretty much in the world are different animals because the cultures are significantly different, is a big part of it. Like, for example, I'm significantly overweight. I know I am. You know what we have literally in the United States? We have a obesity epidemic. Why do we have such a thing? One, it's in our culture to kind of not worry about it that much. And two, incredibly unhealthy food is just much more cost effective, calorie-wise anyway, and food preferences than healthy food. People go out to eat. They don't know how to make stuff. It's just a bad situation. It's part of the culture. But we have the freedom to eat poorly and do stuff. Like, a lot of people in America sit around and watch TV all day. Or when they're off work at night. Like, a lot of people don't go to the gym like they probably should. Or biking or whatever physical activity. Which is why we have people like Ben and Tobrel. They work really hard to be in reasonable shape.
Yeah, I was at a good point once, and then fell off the bandwagon.
Yeah, because it's a whole lifestyle thing. You have to maintain that lifestyle, which in America, again, is not really the typical culture.
I was really healthy before my deployment to Afghanistan, and then when I deployed, I didn't have the freedom to work out the way I was. And then it kind of went downhill from there. Then I went to college. I didn't prioritize studying workout like I have been. Like what I'm doing now, I'm either walking or biking at the gym while taking my notes there. And had I done that in 2012, then I would not have gotten up to a weight number that I did not enjoy seeing. And I would have been okay overall.
You know, like right now, you know, one of the things that I've been wanting to do for a while is either get a standing desk or move a stationary bike down here and raise my sitting position to be where I can pedal the whole time. Like, when you sit at a desk for 12 hours of your day, making videos, recording videos, streaming, whatever, it's hard to get that exercise in. And a lot of people just want to go and sit down when they're done. So I love my wife, and this is not meant harshly. Might come out that way, but it's not meant that way. But my wife, for example, she gets on the computer at first thing in the morning and puts in her hours doing her coding. And it's a lot of mental energy and a lot of mental focus to maintain the work pace that she maintains, to make the success rate, because your charts have got to be correct. You can't accidentally drop a chart on the ground, as it were. Like, you're talking about people's medical career or medical histories and stuff like that. So it's a really demanding job mentally, and often when she's done working, she's not just mentally exhausted but physically exhausted, and she wants to, you know, hang out on the couch, watch television, and de-stress. And it's like, alright, well, let's, you know, finding time to work in physical exercise, even though I know it would be healthier for her both in the semi-short term and the long term, is not always easy. Yeah, it's part of the culture. So you just, it's all in there. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Now you get to taxes. A lot of Canadians think of their healthcare as free, but the tax rate in a lot of these countries with the single-payer healthcare stuff, it's insane. It's not easy to recognize the additional costs.
Yeah, it is. Do math.
Yeah. The problem is that when you're sharing it across a bunch of people, it's hard to see the real costs. You know, it's the same thing with like people paying taxes now for stuff. It's like, well, I didn't pay for that war. Well, like, yeah, we all put in a little bit of money for that war. You know, it's like, well, I would give X number of dollars to go to Planned Parenthood, but not to warmongering. It's like, well, national security is a thing. We all have to chip in. And we've decided this is a thing. Say what?
That's literally the function of government, is to wage war, whether it's to attack or defend, and to keep up foreign relations.
I mean, that's one of them. Also, protect this, making sure that the rights of the citizen is not infringed.
And then
here in the U.S.
adjudicate any conflicts.
Varsh says not free. I pay 24% income tax and 15% tax on everything I buy. Exactly, and but that's not what people, at least here in the United States, who are trying to convince people to go for that kind of stuff, think. Like, I did tax rates into Canada. I know there's a fuck ton of taxes moving into Canada. Just a ton of stuff. It's not inexpensive. Like there's a lot of taxes into, out of, and around Canada. Again, doesn't mean it's not exciting or worth it or whatever. People obviously vote for it. But you also get all the horror stories. You get horror stories here in the States too, where people say they can't afford something, but they can always get treatment here. Even if they can't afford it. Just depends on how much they are wanting. Again, I would continue to err on the side of personal freedoms. Don't want somebody making a decision for me whether or not I can go for some crazy experimental treatment or not. Or decide randomly that my son has had enough treatments and he should just be taken off the ventilator to die. Like, I don't want those kind of things. Barr says, like, I signed out 80 hours of vacation pay, 3,600 bucks. Net pay was 1,500. I mean, that's a lot. That's a big hit, sir. $2,100.
To the front lines!
To the front lines. Who was that? Talab. Hey, buddy. Welcome to the stream.
To the front lines!
Said the older I get and the more jaded I get, the more I agree with those old libertarian people. Taxation is theft. I mean, it's a necessary evil to a certain degree, but man, I generally do not like it. But I feel like if you're gonna have it, it should be a sales tax. I think that's the big hurdle for me personally.
Colorado voted several percentage of sales tax.
Yeah. Well, I would have significantly less problems paying a sales tax than an income tax.
There was to pay for a mental health shelter thing, some other stuff, some other social programs too.
I have no problem with states doing that stuff. again, I like the idea of state and local government taking care of stuff like that. The problem, like, the reason we have such a terrible mental health system here in the United States is really can be tracked down to the Kennedys. And Kennedy like saw the kind of crap that was going on with his sister, who was crazy, and basically talked Congress into taking on the mental health system, and it basically closed almost all the mental hospitals in the U.S. because they were all state-run facilities. And the federal government was like, well, we can do this better, and now we just have all of our mentally ill people in the penal system instead of a mental health care system, which is not the best way to handle that kind of problem. Let's see. There's Talab. Hell yeah, buddy. So I got V-Love. I spoke to V-Love earlier today. He's doing well. Apparently he spent the last month or so helping his buddy basically get a fishing guide business up off the ground. He was out being a fisherman captain for the last couple weeks. Which explains why he keeps sending me like random pictures of himself holding up fish.
I mean, seems legit.
Yeah. Not doing too bad. Probably a 5 on the old pain scale. Isn't bad. Could be better. Could be worse. I'm definitely kind of wishing I had already moved to the low light setting on the lights here. Ooh, we may have to drink a potion. Alright, I'm just gonna drink a potion. We may have been able to make it, but I'd rather err on the side of not dying to the demon soul here. With 13 stacks of vulnerable, that seems bad. But it sounds like he'll be around in the future, and I invited him to join our one group. So we'll see if he can make it reliably or not. Let's see. Ben sends a picture. Man is holding a woman. Healthy food that I meal prepped for the week.
Prepped. Yeah.
And then it says me, and it's got a dagger. Looks like she's trying to stab herself. A
whole bucket of KFC chicken.
Oh, bucket from KFC chicken. There you go. It's hard to tell. I get a little bitty box this big to relook at things.
Oh.
So sometimes it's really hard for me to see those things.
Lady is me. The dude is healthy food that I meal prep for the whole week. And the knife at her heart is a whole bucket from KFC.
I mean, I'm not a KFC guy personally.
So good.
But, I understand that sentiment. Can you vote for a Bucks hat? Like a sporting hat? Like what's a Bucks hat? Like, I have no problems buying more hats. Like, I would actually like to expand my hat library. But they need to be hats I can lay flat so I can store them in the bus. Milwaukee Bucks. So it must be some sort of sporting goods hat. Or a sports hat. Let's see. Yeah, Thursday will probably be character creation, build stream. That's kind of what I'm thinking as well. Unfortunately, Ray's going to be backing out. So, see if we can't get one or two people more kind of fleshed in here. Hey Beef, welcome to the stream, my other mother brother. How you doing? Should put my rave hat on. Well, it's your game, man. Oh, is this... They must have just sent this. Yeah, I can't deal with that shit right now, but I cannot get on that. I cannot get on that rant right now. It's like you're trying to pop my blood vessel.
Well, I mean, what would a burst aneurysm do for you?
I don't know. Probably make me smile for the rest of my life. Depends on how quickly you guys could call the cops, I guess, and figure it out. Man, are we just gonna luck out and not have to deal with any rust monsters on a robot life? Oh my goodness, this seems like too good. I deal with this. Talab says, Stobrell, if you play, you can have a cosmetic item.
God, the scheduling's a little tricky.
I agree. The scheduling is the toughest part of this particular a whole deal, really. Can we zap this Spear Reaper one more time? There we go. Perfect. Wow, somebody's hitting us really good in the pooper here. Is that you, Captain Chaos?
Oh, I turned into a moon can. That's useless.
Woo! Woo! Man, this room was filled with hard hitters today. Still think I'd rather have fought this room than all of that, than this hallway full of crap. I'll take it. Ben?
Yeah.
I need you to download the YouTube TV app onto your device. As soon as it's convenient to do so. It should be on and live. The family plan has been upgraded to include YouTube TV. At least for the month. It may not stick around, but we're gonna do at least a month for free here, or this first month, and then see what we think. Tanya kind of checked it out over the weekend a little bit, and she reluctantly starts to see what I was talking about. Alright, there we go, perfect. So how far does naming rights go? Well, it depends on the game and whether or not you are what kind of supporter you may or may not be. So like tomorrow, I plan on either resuming the this month's Factorio game, or doing something different because I downloaded the new version of Factorio and I fiddled with it a little bit over the weekend. And I'm like moderately deep into a new playthrough. So in Factorio, what I do is I do like train stations, can be renamed. That's the main one. I currently do not use the mod that lets me put buildings up. I would not be opposed to doing that mod at some point. Then I believe you can name those buildings as well. But currently, it's mostly limited to train stations. If we decide to play a different game tomorrow, it'll be Oxygen Not Included, which I'm kind of jonesing to play, but I'm not real pleased about its current key mapping scheme. Ben, are you planning on watching tomorrow? What game would you rather see? Factorio or Oxygen Not Included?
I'm just popping on to throw you a couple of points before I go to sleep.
Oh, you don't want to make a decision for tomorrow?
I think you should play what you want, but I'm just throwing bits your way.
I appreciate it, my friend.
You know, I want to do a search on a website and see if I can't find a USB escape key just by itself and then send that to you.
Huh.
And see if that works.
That'd be sweet. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that bloody thing. Just picked up Division 2, but it's hella hard to stream. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we've been kicking around, and by we I mean myself mostly, is getting the Jackbox packages. Turns out I can get all of them for like $100, but that's a pretty heavy tax on the DDO update. So the expansion fund. So I'm not personally sure which way we want to go yet. If we want to get the Jackbox game stuff, or just wait for the expansion. I'm kind of hoping that they give me the pricing options and the pre-purchase perks pretty soon. But like tonight, where Witty logs on, he's like, "Hey guys, you want to go lose at some HOTS?" And I could instead be like, "Hey Witty, you want to instead have like a group chat and play this game instead? That we all are the winners." So I feel like that would be a little bit more beneficial. But we'll see. You think it'll be coming in the next week? I'm still not sure. I personally have not felt like I've heard a bunch of stuff that's like the expansion, the pre-release stuff is ready. But I haven't heard a ton of complaints either, so maybe it's fine. That's very similar to what I need. Can I just use it on the game whenever? So turn off the Falcon. Use it on my monitor every time it screws up.
Sure, if you want.
I think I have to be getting new monitors pretty regularly then. We'll just let the dot do its job here. I don't think we need to get too carried away. I think the dot will get it. I'd rather not waste or use another pot if I can help it. It looks like we're ticking for like 300 thing now, so I want to quickly divide 10,000 by 300. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think we're gonna get there. 1. It's probably factual. It's okay, Sam. I heard all the streamers are rich and do very little for it. Yeah, I mean, that's my plan, to be rich and not do any real work for it. Alright, let's auto attack here. A friend of mine actually listed a sweet video here. I want to kind of you know, putting that in here after this quest is done, 'cause I gotta make Tittle. Piddle? Piddle. I have to make Piddle. Tink Tink. Come on, don't act like you don't piddle. Everybody piddles.
Everybody piddles.
That's right. Except for Catholics, and that's liquid sin coming out of your cock. You should do 10,000 Hail Marys. Are we close? How close are we? It's a race. It's a race for these last couple hundred hit points. Oh, 66 hit points. Oh, we might lose. We might lose this race, lads. Alright, let's move. Let's back away. Woo! Papa. 35 hit points. We definitely played against the edge on that one, boys. Alright, let me see if I can find Chris's video here. Alright, it's only 2 minutes long. We're going to go ahead and play it. Alright, I have not watched this video yet. But we're going to go ahead and play it. I turned the sound off just in case it's crazy. Full of swearing or whatever. So my friend Chris Olivier has gotten himself into drone flying. And supposedly he may have had a little crash this time worth seeing. So I'm going to put this on and I'll be right back. Hopefully it's sweet. Yeah, I'd like to do, so this I believe is FPV, which means underneath a hood. So he sees, he's seeing what the drone is doing through goggles. And then I believe he is recording via a memory stick on the GoPro. But I'm not 100% sure. This video quality is not very good. So it might be recording from his actual transmission. So this may be literally what he is seeing. He's practicing his loops. Doing some swoops over the parking lot. Whenever the video gets kind of cruddy, it most likely has to do with the fact that his antenna is probably just a little... See, like, we're flying past him, but it's probably just a little cruddy antenna on top of his headset. Pretty good altitude, actually. Oh! I don't know if I consider that a good crash, but he was definitely... He thought he looked like he was going to pull up, and boom! Crazy. What's my stream name if I wanted to friend you? Should be Samius, my friend. Like... Oh, my Steam name. Let me look. I'm not 100% sure I... Oh, my Steam name is, actually. Yeah, it is Samius Garobo. All one word. It doesn't look like there's any numbers or anything like that, so... Boop. Samius Garobo, US. Factory Town. I could play some more Factory Town tomorrow, too. That would be sweet.
Okay, well, I got lots of stuff done, and I'm going to say good game, good night.
Awesome, bro. Well, I'm glad you had a busy day, and I hope you get plenty of rest from your hard day gymming. Tomorrow is a lovely chiropractor day, and then I'm going to try to set up the bike in the garage. I could play some Pathfinder. Would you guys rather see Pathfinder tomorrow? I haven't played Pathfinders in a coon's age. The Marchan 4 miles? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go marching for 4 hours. That sounds like a bad time. Ben, can you confirm that marching for 4 hours is bad? Before you leave? Oh, he's already gone. Never mind. Pretty sure he can confirm that marching for 4 hours is no fun.
It is not fun.
There you go. Tobrell can confirm. I think I'm going to work the phrase hard no into my vocabulary now. I like the way that sounds from Leonard Kenny. Hard no. Hard no can confirm. Oh shit. I hope to God Tracy makes it on Thursday. Let's see, I'll send him a message real fast on send him a quick message. He just posted this picture of a cyberpunk weapon. I'm going to show this real fast as well. So here on my Facebook, cover up his name so people don't go out there and harass him. But cyberpunk weapon. It's an arrowhead made out of a wooden stick and a circuit board cut into an arrowhead shape. Cybertech weapon. pretty good. I've not seen that before. Alright. Back to the Vale. What am I worried about? I know where we're going for the next half a dozen quests at least. To the Vale of Twilight. There one. Accepted. Alright. Yeah, I mean, right now you have Steiner and I are Sherlocks. I accepted your friend's request, Beefy. Well, I said I'm not going to talk Tobrel out of going to the gym to play with us, so if he talks himself out of going to the gym to play with us, that's on him.
We gotta keep going.
So it sounds like he's a hard no. So right now I got 2. I've got more feelers out for people that are kind of on my short list that I would like to play with, but I haven't heard back from. And then I have a soft 3rd with Tracy, who seemed really down to going, and then he hasn't really started reconfirming things yet. Yeah, hopefully Tracy will be a hard lock pretty soon. Again, Tracy, I would love to play D&D with Tracy again. It's been literally multiple decades. Yeah, I mean, the new diet has really helped Thought-Gar. Like, I definitely have lost some poundage with the new diet alone, so if I can just get my exercise level back into anywhere near where I was with Remy being around, then I'll be totally fine. I don't think it's particularly likely that I'll get back to that level without a workout partner, but I should be able to get back on the bike for an hour or two in the after the morning stream, but before anything else happens. So, and that is the exercise I actually enjoy. I actually like being on my bike and pedal. Like that is the exercise I really enjoy. Yeah, but I'm not... Oh. Beef sent me a gift. What did Beef send? He sent a present. Oh! So Beef picked up the Jack Party Pack 3 for the group. So now I really have to probably collect the rest of them. Just voice with Tobrel at the gym. Boom, gym partner. You want to play D&D while you're at the gym, Tobrel? Think you can multitask?
I mean, maybe.
You play the barbarian?
Yeah. I'll just make a lot of strength rolls.
That's right.
They won't be very high strength rolls.
Well, they'll be in game though. In game, they'll be unbelievably strong.
I'll be a monster in game.
Yeah.
Be a beast.
The internet said 3 was the best one. All right, sweet. Thank you, my friend. We'll I'll see how much of a pain it is to like activate some of this. Maybe we'll play a little bit after this quest, and we'll see. It may not be set up as well as some of the other things, but we'll see about taking a quick look. See which of the things we can easily set up to stream. Who's that high dude you've seen? I don't know which high dude you're talking about. We have not had any high dudes on this stream as far as I know. Talab, do you? Talab may be high occasionally. I can't confirm. Huge? Big? It's the big guy on the stream. Dustin's pretty big. Giant? Yeah, I don't... Other than Iron Man and his Wang right here, we really don't have that many giants in the group. You don't have a medical license in California? Can't you like get a medical license for having a cough? I feel like anybody, like, there's no excuse to not have a medical license for marijuana in California. But I would say Dustin is probably like physically the biggest of our group, which is really weird because he doesn't even lift anymore. Like, he lifted really hardcore for a year and bulked up quite a bit.
He lifted on and off for a long time.
You really think so? Like,
yeah.
As far as I know, he really did it for basically about a year hardcore.
He did it in college, and he's kind of kept at it here and there.
Yeah.
He does lots of other
but now he's
things too. Like
that's what I was about to say. Is he's really big on cardio stuff now.
Yeah, he does do a lot of that. I mean, so that is fair.
That's his like go-to thing now, and he likes those different dancing, jumping, moving around type programs. Like those are the kind of things he really likes. He likes the class, and he likes keeping things mixed up. So I think he doesn't make a lot of
all his
maintains
classes are filled with
attractive women.
I mean, he's not dumb.
Never said he was, my friend. Never said he was. Other than Dumbo.
Oh! He keeps the system where there's always some queued up.
Yeah, well. Again, he's not dumb.
It's very true.
He doesn't get so invested that he can't see potential. Yeah, I don't know. I wish medical was at least illegal around here. I would give it a shot. One of these days, possibly sometime this summer, I'll go visit Tobrel for a week or something, and we'll get some recreational stuff up there. Give it a shot. My primary concern is, as everything, it's if something does work really well but it's still not legal where I live, like the leaving Kansas is basically on a pretty pre-planned schedule. Like, I really can't move too much further forward on it until certain things are checked off the box. All I know is the wife is interested in taking a trip, so.
Well, I got spare bedding and stuff.
He said, there'll probably be a time where I'll just be like, invite myself down there. Again, part of me is kind of hoping after the bus is at least purchased, I could always just drive the bus and sleep in there. But, I don't know. I need to get a hold of my brother, too. He said he would come help get the backyard under control before spring gets on full swing, which does not leave that much more time. And, it's a lot of work to get that backyard back recaptured right now. Taking the last year off of the garden, or at least a significantly lesser garden, definitely was weird, and definitely made my garden a little bit of a disaster. I know. I also really tempted to go plant something this year too, but anything that I plant means it's that much harder to get away. First place you'd go is Mexico. I don't know. Right now I have a hard time leaving the country.
Yeah, because Mexico's going to build a wall and we're going to pay for it, so you can't get in there.
I mean, sounds good. I mean, I was really excited with the idea of maybe, I'm sure this is just like a weird thing, but the wife and I were like, hypothetical, would we go to Rach and Rim's wedding? And I was a very quick, like, hell yes. But, I'm not so sure now. Like, the flying, the getting the passports.
Are they having a wedding?
Huh?
Are they having a wedding?
Not right now. It was more of a hypothetical thing.
Because they already have a thing signed.
Yeah, and it's not legal, I don't think, in the UK.
Yeah, they've been in a civil partnership for a while.
Yes, but it's not a wedding. Or not a marriage, or whatever. Like, it's that gray area thing. And they, like I said, if they were to have a wedding, I would like to go. I'd like to be there. Kind of thing, you know? If I were invited to such a thing. But, like, we were just thinking about reasons we would leave the country. And that's about it.
There's some really cool stuff out there.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of really cool stuff here in the U.S. that I haven't seen. And I would much rather take the time to explore my home before I venture out to other places. Like, I've been to, I don't know, maybe like 10-ish states for realsies.
Really? Yeah.
Like, let's see, obviously Kansas. Visited, went over to Gen Con. You know, I went down to Texas. Been to Oklahoma several times. We took that one trip to Florida. Been to Denver once. Like, that actually mattered. I've been to Colorado a couple of times. But, again, I've once that I would consider a real trip. I'm trying to think what else, like, that's about it. You know, there's an awful lot of the U.S. to see.
It's true. I think I've been to more states than that now.
Yeah, see, I haven't been...
I have to sit down and figure out which ones I've been to.
But, like, yeah, I've stopped in it. I mean, I guess I also we went to Spokane. And then we, like, popped over to some little city, like, just on the opposite side of the border. In Washington there. And I can't think what that state is now.
Oregon?
No, it's the other way.
Oh. Too tired to think of it off the top of my head right now.
Is it
There's a lot of
Montana?
states.
I was gonna say Montana, but that did not seem right to me.
There's like one in between there.
No, not according to this. That would be it.
Hmm.
So we went to Coeur d'Alene, which is literally like an hour drive or whatever into from Spokane. And it was like this. It was a really nice like little lake and destination thing. Oh, the mountains were pretty cool. We drove from Spokane across the mountains to visit Seattle and then back again. I thought the mountains were kind of cool. The wife was scared several times because there's like the speed limit there was very, very high. Considering we're like driving on the edge of cliffs and stuff, and you know, as the driver, you're usually pretty comfortable. Utah is before Montana. Yes, but Spokane is already in Washington. Oh, maybe Coeur d'Alene is in Utah. There's like a little horn. It could be Utah. You could be right. That sounds more correct. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, that was in Utah. Coeur d'Alene. So, here's the map. They have the nice red line around Washington. But this dotted line is the state line. It looked like a little river to me until I figured it out. Because it's not square. State should be square, damn it. So yeah, we drove from here.
Okay, Kansas.
That's right. State should be fucking square, mate.
Colorado's relatively rectangular as well.
Yeah, square. See?
There's a little bit more up and down though.
It's fine. How much food do you make? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. None.
Quite a bit.
No food. What's the last food that you made in there?
Western and Eastern made quite a bit.
Yes, yes. They have Red Rocks. They have a big enough city that attracts musicians. Although apparently Metallica even played in Wichita the other day. Johnny went. He was all excited to finally get to see Metallica in person.
It's a good show. That was maybe the only time I think that I was a little starstruck when I watched what's his face get on stage. The lead guitarist, he got on like his hair was blowing, and little special effects, and I envisioned that was like what seeing an elf is like. You see this like ancient dude that's been a rock star for longer than you've existed. I'm just saying. It was kind of what it was like.
Hey man, it's all good.
And it was by far the best concert I've ever been to. Possibly ever will go to. We'll see. And I was with a buddy of mine whose kid went, and this kid, it definitely set the bar high, because the kid, one, is Metallica, and it was really good. Two, we almost all got killed by a lightning storm, so there's that. He got accidentally sucked into a mosh pit, and he saw at least one chick flash the crowd. So he had a hell of a first concert. He went home having seen boobs and had a bloody face. And soaking wet from the rain.
Sounds like it's probably going to be the last concert he gets to go to if his mom has anything that hears the story.
The phrase "Mom doesn't hear about this" was uttered.
Oh my goodness, this devil. Boop. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really hoping to... Again, California is one of the places that I'm not real sure how comfortable I'd be visiting California. But I'm definitely looking forward to the idea of visiting California. And specifically V-Love being able to just like, you know, let him take me to all the music places. Keeps threatening to show me a good time. I figure I'll let him. Tool was the best performance you've seen. Manard put on one hell of a show. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I prefer to see stand-up comedians. Those are my ideas of shows. I love a stand-up comedian, but... Alright, my friend, lurk mode on. Have fun. Play some Division 2. Hope you kill all the peoples and rescue all the villages. I mean, I'd watch Ron White. I think he'd be a good show. Not my favorite. I did get to see two of my favorite comedians though. Here in Salina, Kansas, actually. Gotta watch Lewis Black, who I would go watch 100 times. Lewis Black is probably my favorite comedian. And Bill Invall. He's the probably the most well known for the Here's Your Sign series of jokes. Thought you're supposed to burninate the villages? Maybe. Do some burnination here. Oh, I should grab a bigger weapon out of the freaking chest at some point. I mean, this thing gets the job done though, this little dagger, but... Again, when you kind of get your ideal of that you're gonna live this small town life kind of in your head, and you don't like to travel because it messes with your head and it's expensive and blah blah blah, like you really do end up missing out on some things compared to the people who are living, you know, the big city life with real access to music and stuff like that. You really are missing a lot. Having said, I'm also not too worried about like jogging at night more than my paranoid self. Not as worried about someone stealing my radio out of my car. I'm more worried about somebody taking a deuce in my car. I left my door unlocked. Oh, Trogdor. You just straight up... Yeah, this might be definitely... I mean, Tobrell knows me. I get paranoid real quick. Can't even let my front door be unlocked for like 2 minutes now.
Nosotros comemos sandwiches.
It was not the button I meant to push video game. We'd already determined that he was not, in fact, insta-killable.
Ilya como sandwiches.
You're doing your thing, getting some
Hell
sandwiches.
yeah, I'm doing my thing.
Alright.
People arrested, bro. I want to read this book.
Hey man, you want to make a deal for some Magic Gathering cards? I'll be happy to make you a deal, but you're gonna have to PayPal me some Gennaro first. Tell me what you want. We'll make a deal. All I know is I was all really excited the other day because I thought my dual lands had finally cracked that $1,000, but I was incorrect. Why can I never spell this? Never spelled Volcanic Island. Alright, so my Volcanic Islands for revised is currently down to $433. Which means if I sold them now, I'd probably get 50% of that. And their high, relatively recently, has been 600 at the end of last year. So I'm kind of hoping that they're going to creep back up at least a little bit more before I sell them. Tell me about it, Beefy. But I don't want to burn all my mana auto-attacking this guy. Oops. We'll make up the time here in a second. Let me get some mana. Best time to sell is early October, late October during Vintage Champs. Maybe. The problem is I kind of would like the money through the summer and the early spring. So we might sell other things and not that. Alright, let's make up some time, shall we? Boop. Of course, this Plague Reaper is going to tell everything where we are. Because why would we be able to run through a quest invisible for any period of time? So the thing I really am enjoying about the Cleric build is the absolutely 0 Fs I have to give. I just run past everything. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell what to whom. The reason I'm tempted to offer things to Todd first is because, one, I told him I would. And Todd usually gives a pretty good deal. Like, it'll be, whatever I do, Todd will give me better than 50% on. Now, it's not necessarily going to be like 80% of value, but it'll be pretty reasonable. Todd pays better than pretty much everybody. And the thing that makes Todd special is he'll sell it to somebody for 90, and because he bought it for 80, and he'll just be like, well, I made my, my 10% or whatever. And he's just happy with that. But right now he's also got a few extra duels. I was kind of hoping that Big Head would come down and buy up the duels that Todd had sitting there. Is there a standard 60% cash, or is that trade-in or whatever? Because what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably end up moving a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here. And just kind of getting some feels. Not bad. Like 60%'s reasonable.
Okay, way past bedtime.
Alright, friend. You have a good night, my friend. I'm gonna finish this bloody quest. Oh, no, it's just more of this Plague Reaper. Ugh. This Plague Reaper just will not go. I really don't want to spend any more mana on it. Jeez. Yeah, well, that's just it. Like, Todd will buy a bunch of stuff and sit on it for a long time. Joey in Manhattan will do the same. Big Head does buy things, but he needs notice. But Big Head's really good about trade-in value, so there's a lot of stuff that I want to... that I do want to keep and I want to flesh out. Which is why there's some things that I want to grab from Big Head. So I'm not going to cash out 100%. I'm going to cash out mostly. Oh, jeez. Everyone sit down. Oh, whatever. Just drink. Yeah, I'm tempted to sell stuff directly. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I said it's possible that I end up selling like a bunch of little things here and there. And I'm also hoping to sell a bunch of stuff directly to people that need it, that I know will take good care of it. So like Nathan logs on every once in a while. It's part of the stream. Occasionally. Like, I know he's interested in my OG Goips. Alright, man. Have a good night. You know, I have a bunch of like random modern stuff that I'm not as attached to as some people would be. But then there's a bunch of other like random modern stuff that I'd like to, you know, I want to make sure I have a few things assembled. If I really thought that I was going to play Legacy, I would keep a lot of my fetch lands and assemble a Legacy deck, but just don't see it happening. Just part of the reason I feel like I can sell most of my collection, because like I'm not, most of what I'm interested in doing would just be like moving to even more drafts, more sealed. Probably won't have like a bunch of standard decks. I might have one a season or something. Oh, you really just fall down there? Are you gonna stay down there? See, like, those are things that I have a bunch of interest in. Is like, oh my goodness, did he really fall down there and not leash? You're seriously the worst. And he is death block. I thought he was. Oh, why? Well, I said the volcanics behind me. Like, we've looked at these things before, probably. Sowers of Temptation. A bunch of random crap. A bunch of Vincers. A bunch of Caracases. A bunch of random stuff from the different decks here and there. Various lands, various just random uncommons from sets that they haven't reprinted yet. It's just a bunch of random things that are like kind of close to decks, but not. Yeah, I've got a pile of Ancient Tombs somewhere. Like 4 of them. What is Ancient Tomb? It's kind of high right now, right? Yeah, like I've got a few of those sitting around. Like I have 3 or 4. I think I have 4 Wastelands still floating around. Well, that's the popularity of Legacy kicking in, the Ancient Tombs. But also they haven't been very cheap since 2004. 2004 they were $9. They recently spiked as high as $53. Yeah, they're down a little bit now. The start of last year. So, I don't know, like I said, I'm torn between the idea of like putting together a sweet cube. Let me make sure I didn't get turned around as I was reading something else. Decided to go ahead and pop that because I saw that we had a soul there. I think we can get most of this chasing us here. is not the right spell. Worst version of the song. This is what whoever recommend or asked for it. This is the version that person asked for. I think. And I'm willing to put a different version on. I have to find it. Oh wow, there's a soul here. How did you live through that? It's like a ton of damage. This thing is like crazy. Now you'll suffer. I guess I should have looked to see if I needed to. Really? You're all gonna run up here now? Very well. So I don't know whose version of the song it was. Probably it's Labs, actually. I'll give you one of these, one of these, and I'll give you one of those and one of those. I don't know if this is going to be enough to keep him alive, but I'm going to try. They're shadow marked. God. Stop it. Shadow marked scum. So I'd really like to fire off my hireling here. Be able to just play to keep him alive. Let him let him attack a couple of dudes. Not that one though. That one's gotta go. I think we can let that one go as well. Alright, he should be able to stand here and fight one of them. We'll fire off our hire. Make sure that he's healed. Alright. And then I'm not going to stress. I'm just going to drink our way through this if we need to. In fact, I need to not be doing that with that. I need to be dealing with the clicky. Oh, we have a bad man in here, boys. He's already here? Why is he already here? Ellery, what are you doing to me? Ellery's not doing a bloody job. Seriously, why are you attacking him? Let's give him just a little bit more healing. Alright, he should be good. He should fight those two guys, I think, okay? Okay, let's just poof one out of here. Again, just for ease, I'm just getting through. I don't want to fail this quest at the last second because I couldn't keep What's-His-Nuts alive. That's like the worst. Alright, he's got one dude up there. He's got one dude over there. I think that'll be enough. I'm gonna go give him a little heal. Just to make sure he's mostly full anyway. We'll eat another pot. Alright, blast away, my man. Fire off pretty much everything. Again, I'm less concerned about mana than I probably should be, at least until Duder runs around the corner. Spell the clouds if I can't. I can't. Yeah, if I could, I would, but unfortunately I cannot. Quinn, you made it cold in here. Hey, when someone runs ahead and kills Pattis, put them on your blacklist. Yeah, that guy's very... You gotta be careful with him. He's very fragile. Like I said, I like to get him attacking one of the archers. If you can get him attacking one of the archers, then it's pretty easy to leave him with a hireling. Unfortunately, this hireling is just level 3, so she wasn't gonna... She was not intended for that kind of purpose. 9 minutes. Should we... Yeah, we should probably just go back and shrine, or rebuff. Took a little longer than I'd hoped. That last quest. Yeah, let's do it. I feel like it's better to be on the safe side. I'm sorry, nature is scary, like, has filled my timeline right now with a bunch of, like, scary shit. But how else to put it? But, like, this is not where I parked my car. Like, it started with a crab with a baby's head as its back shell, which is pretty creepy. And then it turned into a deer that was running around with no back hooves, just bones for legs, which is pretty creepy. And then bum-pa-da-dum-pa-da-dum-bum-bum. There's a python basically floating on a pole in the middle of like what seems to be basically in the middle of air. Grabbed this giant ass bird and is like pulling it up into the sky, killing it, and then beginning to eat it while floating upside down in the bloody sky. Like, oh my gosh. Python on a pole sounds like a fantasy street food. Maybe. I can see that. Should make a note of that actually and steal that idea. Yeah, give me one python on a pole, one fiery hydra, and some dew of the mountain, please. Oh, that'll be 18 gold. 18 gold? That's bullshit. Oh, but we're at the fair and all the prices are raised. Oh, I should probably lay off the... I'm installing the Jack box party pack here. Looking to see what we might be able to try to give a play here real soon. We'll say though, for 3 days a week for 7 hours, this is going pretty well. That's what people keep saying, is that it works. A lot of this stuff works really well with Twitch, and I need to just look at it and see how it goes. I don't know, mostly I was just thinking it would be something different that could get some audience participation in. Not something to play all the time, but something we can like throw in here and there and here. Whee! Whee! Oh, sweet. Well, we might hold off then until I get a chance to read through this guide. Again, something to just like, in my brain, sometimes like, even though it's like a D&D day or whatever, just want to play like a little bit of something else to break up the... That was, again, not the spell I should have cast. That's alright. To break up the monotony. And I feel like that would be a good choice. I Like, hey guys, let's fire off 2 rounds of this or whatever. See, I just have to assume that this is going to be Trap This Go. Really? Really? Huh. Not trapped. It's been trapped like every go the last few runs. See, I should do a second fundraiser night this month. I think we did one, but we didn't. Maybe we didn't even run one this month. Let's see, what does this month look like? Thursday is the. We're gonna try to do the pen and paper stuff. I don't know if I have a day this week. Maybe we try something on Saturday. To check the calendar. We might try doing like a weird fundraiser day, kind of like a last minute fundraiser day for people who are interested. So usually fundraiser streams are a lot like regular streams, except I mentioned the fact that we're powered by your guys' support. And I tend to play a little bit longer chunks. Like 1 big long chunk, or sometimes 2 medium-sized chunks. It'd be a lot easier if I had the standing desk, I think. To do more long streams, but... we're trying to do 1 a month, and I don't remember doing one this month. The last one we do is in February, so. Anybody else? Okay, let's get out of here then. Alright, come on back here, boys. Through the spider webbies. It's alright, the blade barriers, spider webbies are the bad guys thing. Let's go, come on. I don't know if I can... Anyway, I'm trying to half read this guide. Probably not the best use of my brain power here. Still gonna take a half a second to run through this. Oh, I guess I'll mention real quick. You may notice that I'm not using my Featherfall item. I don't like the way I Featherfall. I currently don't have a jump item on. This is just my natural jump. In the event that I feel like I do need the jump item, I'll put that on, or the Featherfall, one or the two usually, but not both. And it's usually the jump. There's times when I'll wear a Featherfall item, and I will try to mention those when they happen. But I feel like a lot of the issues that people have with this particular quest has more to do with the people not kind of just moving through the quest like you should, but more with bouncing off of things and not knowing where the ceilings are that you're going to bounce off of, or the weird points you're going to bounce off of. And I play this quest a lot, every life basically, and then sometimes an additional time. So I feel like I know it pretty well. How many? Oh, there's a Fear Reaper here. We got to kill that. Unfortunately. There we go. Now we can leave. But for the most part, I'm not so worried about falling down or bouncing off the edge. For the most part, there are a couple of places where it's a little bit more of a big deal than others. But for right now, not that big of a deal. Man, this song's got a long intro. We're at 1 minute and 50 seconds now, which means it's well over a minute intro of pretty much nothing. Let's go. Come on. There's that Famine Reaper. Maybe he's back there somewhere. Let's start to pick up a few more hit points than I'd like to see. But still not big. We are not going to come back to this shrine to use it after we kind of clear our way a little bit here. We're going to burn a little bit of mana and then we'll come back to shrine. But we're not going to come back. We're not saving this shrine for a second pass through the quest. We'll basically just clear all this aggro, get our skull back down, and kind of clear a little bit, then go back, be healed up. We might save these this is far enough. We want to generate just a little bit more crap so we can force the alert back down. It's like we did. more. Back to green. We kill 5 or 6 more guys, then we should be able to take it back completely off. Make sure that we're fine. Fire off all of the buffs here. Get all the manas. Mostly because there's like 300 sitting back here. Alright, perfect. Waste not, want not. That's what my papa always said. Your papa never said that one time. Shh, they don't know that. Alright, how we doing? Doing alright. Doing good for time. It's been 12 minutes since we got our buffs. So including our run out here time, we're in pretty good shape. I like to fire off a thing here and a thing here. And then I also like to jump through this door if I can. If I can get away with that, then life is pretty dang good. The bad guys will run through it, which is not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to force them to choke point. They can't get more than, like, I think one guy at a time through that hole for whatever reason. And they'll run around all over the place trying. Zapdos. So, Pathfinder, they've significantly reduced prices of things, of a lot of things, but then they've greatly reduced the prices of a lot of other things. But they devalued, basically they made gold basically is like the default currency, but instead of spending like a reasonable amount of gold for something, it's all now done in plat. So plat and gold have been significantly reworked in the playtest. So like if you're like me and you're like, oh man, I have 250 gold, and you're like, sweet, I'll get some Alchemist Fire or whatever. No sir, Alchemist Fire is like 40 plat, which is 4,000 gold. No, too many dollars. I suppose it's probably pretty accurate for first level character creation, but I don't know. It just dawned on me when I stopped to pick up the 2 platinum pieces, which normally I would not care about at all. But having just played the other game, I'm like, oh, I must try it. Must see what kind of gold is just laying on the ground. We found something that was worth 60 gold pieces. And I was like, yes, rich. I did pull that lever, right? The rune. Alright. I do really like this, this Sandroid guy and him doing rock takes on theme songs and stuff. How do you say his name? Scandroid? No, don't. Don't wiggly bounce way over there. So we're plus 29 in Reaper mode on our spell penetration check. That's pretty much enough to get through everything on this skull. But we may have to invest a little bit on higher skulls. What? Oh, jeez. And we clicked the wrong button. That's so bad. Really? Okay. I know I don't really have room for single weapon fighting, but man, I wish I had room for single weapon fighting right now. Although, I guess with a shield it wouldn't matter. Wouldn't help. And my ears are starting to get cold. Alright, so now it's going to be a time that we're going to eventually switch into our Featherfall item. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump. We're going to jump way over here. And we're looking for this. I'm not sure why I can pick this one out of all of them. But that... No! Why? Damn it. Probably because I didn't switch my Featherfall back off. Now I gotta... We also probably had a little bit too much alert anyway. Probably is not the worst thing in the world to have to do a little bit of cleanup. Bug-a-da-dong. Did. Come on, trolls. Oh, wow. Hitting that real good. That punched me right in my processing unit. took a lot longer than I would have liked to get that guy.
As she abused the sausage patty and said, "Why don't you treat me?" At St. Alfonso's pancake breakfast. Get off the bus. So I stole margarine.
Really would like to be able to just set my mouse down, go to the restroom, and this thing will like give me all the DVs and heal me up. I can put her in attack mode when I'm ready for her to heal me, but I'd like to get my DVs first. Alright, we'll put her in attack mode right here. She should heal me. Probably not all the way full, but mostly full. That might be all she'll do, actually. On, I'll be right back. Alright. I have a couple of those plastic floor mats to try to help your chair wiggle easier. And I'm going to have to relay them out tonight. It is not more better. It is more pain in the buttums. I dismiss. I'll throw my own heel. Alright, so we're going to put our feather full back on. And the reason why is we want to catch some ledges that are a little bit of a pain sometimes if you don't have feather fall, making sure you catch a ledge. I think we're pretty much where we want to be. Yeah, we want to be right here. Alright, back off again. When you jump this, stuff's gonna spawn. Just doesn't matter. So this is the real danger in Reaper mode of the quest. Is that so much random stuff spawns, just like completely random trash type things are gonna spawn. The chance that you're gonna run into Reapers somewhere along the way is very, very high. It's either gonna spawn when it spawns, or it's gonna spawn when you kill it, and it doesn't seem to matter that much. It's going to get you either way. Nice. I'm not quite as concerned about these trinkets. I kind of want them to be eaten up before I TR anyway. And we're not so far away from the mnemonic bauble that I'm too worried about it. If I have to buy another one, so be it. I think it's pretty much common knowledge. I just don't care. Right this minute. There are times I will conserve mana like nobody's business, and then there'll be times where I whatever. Oh, come on, really? I need to trim my mustache. It's beginning to bother me. And you can just jump straight to here. You don't have to worry about feather falling or whatever. You can, if you have a boost, you can like wing over pretty high. That's worth doing. Like a leap. Alright, so if we're really lucky, we'll just be able to run in here, slay living this guy or whatever, destruction, be done, get back out. Now, when we're not lucky, this guy will be a guy that we can't. Oh, we got him though. We got him. Usually a Solus has got Death Ward, so we're pretty lucky that he was not a Solus with Death Block. Oh, come on, boys. What do you guys want to play? Let's go. Let's go, boys. I've been watching a lot of Letterkenny. So one of the things that they say a lot in that particular show is "Let's go, boys." So I may have picked up "Let's go, boys" a little bit more than I should. They also say a lot of "pitter patter," "let's get after." Definitely the person whom got me into the Letterkenny. I will definitely give a lot of pitter patters to. But for you guys, I don't know if you guys care that much. But I've been enjoying it quite a bit. Hi. Looks like we're good. Break our ankles. We're out of here. Oh man, I can't believe that. I had that on this whole time. So we spent a little bit extra mana that we didn't need to. Come on. Everybody dies. Let's go. The nice thing about there being a lot of spawns though is that it increases the likelihood of you getting some lost souls. Pretty nice. Come on, that's good. Oh, just another person liking me, yeah. Oh no, what's his name started broadcast? What are we broadcasting? Oh, oh my goodness. So, this guy, he streams a lot of games and stuff, but he'll also just stream the outside of his front of his house. It's just crazy. I feel like I should stream the outside of my house. And every time I go to look at it, I'm literally the only person watching it. Oh man. Alright, back to the thing for the big loop. Big ups. No, not as big as ups as we'd liked. Would have liked to go just a little bit higher, but it's fine. This will do. Alright, it's still on, but it'll probably come off pretty quickly here. We're going to do a couple of bigger jumps just to shave a little bit of time off. I'm not in love with this. This is increasing the potential for failure. But as I don't want to spend a bunch of mana and I don't want to drink another pot to get through all this stuff, the quickest way to get through it is to run. And to take shortcuts through the running. So, I'm going to take some shortcuts. Which is, again, not the best way to go. You should, if you can, you should take the slow path. Like if you're a melee and you can just like kill all this stuff as you come across it. That's much better for your not falling down needs. I don't think I'm that worried about it. Let's get our DVs. Come on, girl. Fill me up real nice. This is close. If we get some healing off of her, we can probably... Like a healing curse? Is she determined to give it to herself? Like, what's up? She's like, you're missing more hit points than I have for all of my hit points. Your hero is Johnny 5. Man, Johnny 5 should join the Avengers. Oh, that guy's for the real deal. Alright, we're gonna go orange. Nope. Wow, we didn't even go orange up here. I'm, like, pleased and impressed. Oh, look at all the mana just laying on the ground. Nice. Hey, you, Ice Shoal. Get out of here. It's his. That's nothing. Are we good? I think we're good. Alright. So you dot. Grab this sweet manas. So you dot. Drink a fire potion. This guy's dead. He's dead. And what's the time according to this? 35 minutes? I'll take it. I'll take it, Daddy-O. Alright. Oh my goodness. Alright. We're definitely not playing Jackbox tonight. Sorry, guys. Now it's running a first time loading thing. Just probably part of the reason the game is starting to act a little jittery. I'm sorry. If I can... Value tap. Alright, here we go. Close. Alright, let's see if we can play a little bit of Jackbox before we wrap up for the night. Shall we? Your body is ready. How's the volume on that? It might still be a little loud. Let's turn it down just a little bit more. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. We could probably play some Quiplash. Let's play the game. And then HRSF. Alright, we'll give you guys a couple of minutes to join in. So go to jackbox.tv on your cell phone or your computer or whatever and punch in this code right here, HRSF. And right now it's just me and Beef, so let's get at least like 2 more people in here, huh? I know some of you guys aren't lurking. A lot of you guys are lurking though. But Dirty might be here. Dirty, come on, baby. How's the volume now? It looks okay. Let's see, who else? Who else is in here? Warblewind's in here. Gimp King. Volume's good? Alright. Come on, guys. We'll do a round. I pick my thing by clicking this? No. Load an episode by ID. I don't know what that is. No, go forward. Nobody else? Oh, come on. Come on. You guys know you want to play a little Quipish, a little Quiplash 2. It's a lot easier to play, I think, in a room not by yourself. I think a lot of these games are easier to play around a thing or whatever. You have your phone but no device to follow the game? Well, you'll be able to play if you, Oh, I get what you're saying. It's hard to both play and watch just on one phone, huh? I don't know how the Twitch would handle that. I said this will probably be our last thing anyway. Get a couple more people in the game. That would be lovely. If not, we'll try to play later. You can put Twitch on audio only. Perfect. Perfect. Beef can join on my tab on his tab. You know what? Let me see. Can I join on my... Ah, I could! That's hilarious. So you could do your PC, whatever device. Believe me, we're gonna have a good time. All right, let's play. This is gonna be a weird one, I for sure.
I'm Schmitty, and I don't know about you, but I feel like a game of Quiplash. Looks like the gang's all here. Guess I'll press this big red go button.
This will definitely be...
You'll get 2 prompts on your device. Just answer them however you want. Your responses, or quips, will be pitted against someone else's, and everyone will vote on their favorite. You'll score points based on the percentage of people who prefer your answer. Have at it.
Alright, so I've answered for both myself and Samius bot. You should have some pretty simple instructions on your phone, like some sort of random question, and you just fill those in and you're good to go. This game, the Quiplash, I legitimately think is one of the best games for this kind of thing.
Cards on the table. First up, what did Adam and Eve really do to get thrown out of the Garden of Eden? Okay, everyone, vote for your favorite. Moving on, the most popular ride at a religious theme park.
still laughing at the getting kicked out of the Cardiff even with the butt stuff. Oh. Sorry.
Next on the list, what the 13th month would be called. Get to voting.
This is a tough one. I like this one, I think. Samius Bot is not going to vote. Yeah, I think I like that one. I do like Pleb Ember, though, as well.
Something that should never have chocolate filling. Vote on your devices.
That one was pretty easy. Chocolate filling.
Next, a great name for a real estate agent. Okay, vote.
Oh, I love this. That's funny. Said it's a really hard with really 3 people.
Round 1 is in the books. Let's see the scores.
Things get pretty awkward. I don't know if I can just like kill Samius Bot and
Here
it'll
comes round 2.
like his
Hey, for
tab and
that
he'll
round
time
one, you
out.
thought all the points should be doubled? Have I got the round for you?
Oh man, I don't know this one. Alright, I put real answers in
Almost out
Samius
of
Bot this time.
Use the safety quit button if you have to. Alright, let's have a look. First one. What a weird sheep thinks when it's getting shorn. Okay, use your device to pick your favorite.
Oh, use Shave Me Baby one more time.
Okay, next one. A good name for a Christian water park. And vote.
I like this mega baptism. Vatican. Oh! Split the party,
Next
split the
up,
vote.
A weird Tom Hanks Meg Ryan movie, Sleepless in Blank.
Oh my goodness. That's groovy.
Next in line, you can tell your parents are glad to have you out of the house when they turn your room into a blank. It's voting time.
Oh my god. I love this game so much.
Next in the hopper, why do owls not kill us? Time to vote. That's the end of round 2. Let's take a look at the scores.
I feel like Samus Bot made a huge leap that play. What? Look at that. Look at Samus Bot go. His were pretty easy though.
Round 3 has arrived. The last lash. You're all going to answer the same prompt, so pull out all the stops.
Alright.
Make up a phrase that goes with this acronym.
So the good thing and the bad thing about having Samus Bot right here is that almost always you think of something that's awesome right after you come up with your first answer.
Time to take a
So
look.
now I can just type that
You
awesome
get 3
thing over
medals to
here.
award to your top 3 quips. Give out your gold, silver, and bronze medals now.
Alright. So, I like this one. Okay.
Brace yourselves, here come those medals. Bronze first. Bring out the silver. And gold. Let's sell off
Oh
those
my
medals
goodness.
for points.
I got robbed. I had to say, gotta pay gold I really liked. I thought that was
It's
good.
over. Let's see the final scores.
I think I punted at the very end. Oh. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Beef. That was so good. Oh, alright. Unfortunately, I think with that, everybody, we're gonna wrap up the stream. I want to say thank you very much, Beef, for kicking Quipish over to us. That was sweet for sure. And we'll definitely be playing more of that in the future, I think. Just because it is such a fun... It is just a fun way to spend a little bit of time when you want to go. Yeah, I love that game. Love it too. Like, it's everything I kind of wanted a game to be. It was quick. Once we had people show up, you know, basically Fido, and of course, you know, Beef's two bots. But it's such a fun little game, and it takes almost nothing, and like anybody can play. So yeah, I'm a big fan of checking that out. All right, now we got another one that I really like. Is this one? Yep, that one's poopy. But yeah, we'll like I said, we'll definitely be playing more of that in the future here. Butt stuff was great. Butt stuff definitely, specifically for that answer. Like if it was like things that you don't want chocolate in the middle of, like that one's not. Butt stuff is a little not quite there. But for what did Adam and Eve get kicked out of the Garden of Eden? That was choice. Choice. Nice. Alright, well, I think with that, kids, I'm going to get out of here. Tomorrow will be a non-DDO day. Oh, you made a new Twitch account. Alright, alright. What happened to your other Twitch account, my man? Any particular reason for exchanging it, or you just wanted to change the name? I'm just curious. Ooh, excuse me. Anyway, like I said, tomorrow will be a non-DDO day. I'm not 100% yet. I'm leaning towards Factorio because of the new update. But it might as easily be Factory Town. We haven't played Factory Town in a week. And I really am enjoying the game, so... Password stuff and lazy. Alright, makes sense. Makes sense. Alright, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful night. And we'll see you guys 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And hope you guys have a wonderful day. Let me just check and see if anybody else here is streaming some Dungeons and Dragons. Clarice is the only person that I'm currently seeing streaming Dungeons and Dragons besides myself. Yep. Alright, so we're going to throw it over to Clarice. Let's raid her. Alright, everybody, have a wonderful night, and we will see you in the morning. Toodles.